As freelance photographers and videographers, we are always so caught up in client work, emails, deadlines, and balancing normal life outside of our work. We tend to never have time for personal projects or just personal creative work in general. This past week, however, I finally made the time to shoot some portraits for fun. I recently came across this studio space here called the Collective LV Boulevard. The only guidelines I gave myself were book the space, have a subject in mind, and shoot film only. The idea I had for this shoot being that the space was kind of a warehouse industrial vibe. I wanted to set up paper backdrop with some lights, but shoot wide enough to still show off the space as well. The space is 3,500 square feet, open area, wooden exposed ceilings, concrete floors, great space to transform your vision. I set up my Amaran 200X lights as most of my cameras don't have a flash. Just wanted to make it easier on myself to move the lights where I needed them and not have to worry so much about each individual camera having a different flash and different settings, as I shot with about 4 different cameras. I created a mood board on Pinterest. I love Pinterest as I draw so much inspiration, whether it's a pose, an angle, or some textures, and thinking outside the box. It's a great avenue to have ideas and inspiration visually all in one place. Brittany was the only one of my 3 models that actually came through. At first, I was bummed. My other 2 people lined up didn't make it, but it actually all worked out in the end. I was able to take the time setting up. We got to chat a little bit, get in the flow, and I didn't feel rushed. Whereas before, I had the 3 people lined up back to back to back. In the Pentax 645, I shot 2 rolls of Portra 800. In the Pentax IQ Zoom, I shot Lomo 92. In my Nikon EM Portra 800 and the Nikkormat EL, I shot Fuji 400. This was very nice for me mentally overall because I didn't have a ton of pressure on myself. I didn't overthink it. I haven't shot any creative portraits or any portraits in general in quite some time. It was a thing that was a heavy part of my workflow years ago as work has been busier with events, weddings, concerts. This was a nice little refresher, brand new space here in town. Brittany came through and neither of us really had much pressure. I knew that she would understand that this isn't a super rigid photo shoot. I don't have a ton of things in mind. Set a couple guidelines and just roll with it. I think we did just that. I'm really happy with the results. Brittany's really happy with the results. So it's a win-win overall. I can't wait to get back in my groove of portraiture, especially on film. Hopefully you're inspired. Hopefully you get out there and take the time to do those personal projects for yourself. All my self-employed freelance friends, thanks again for watching. We'll see you in the next one.